I was sitting in traffic for maybe over like 2 hours today. I live in Miami, Florida. And if you've ever been to Florida, if you are like a resident around Miami in South Florida, you need to have a lot of patience. You need to have a lot of detachment. And I have a Whoop band, right? And this is like a health metric tracker. And I haven't seen numbers like this before, but it said that I was in the high stress zone for an hour and 45 today. Typically, I spend no more than like 5 or 10 minutes in the high stress zone. Like you can see, I'm gonna zoom in for you right here, but like you can see my numbers. Like you see all of this right here, like it should be way lower, right? And like when you're late to something, when like you feel like time is against you, like you're like trying to rush through traffic, it feels like you hit every single red light. It feels like you have every single slow driver in front of you. That is because you're so attached to the outcome. I'm not just talking about driving right here, but I mean specifically driving. Like it was a pain in the ass today. I will say like it was hard for me to practice that in real time, but I think me speaking this out to this video right now is a great reminder that in order to get the outcome that you want, you have to not want it. Like I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I promise you, like it's not that you want to attract the things that you want. It's not like you want to try to get to this place you're trying to get to as quick as possible, because I promise you will run into things that will try to hold you back. You will feel like everything is against you and you're just going to be more stressed. You're going to be more anxious. You're going to feel like, like just like the worst day ever, right? Like just like how I kind of had. And like I'm actively trying to lower my stress right now. And I will say, like, again, if you are a resident in Florida, just prepare to have at least 5 years of your lifespan taken off from the stress of the traffic, because it's not for the weak at all. Now, I've lived here for the past 6 months, but enough of that tangent. But in order to get the outcome you want, you have to not give a fuck. The art of not giving a fuck, right? It's meaning that you have to be so detached from that outcome, because I promise, if you can treat the outcome as of how you treat it right now, where you're so attached, you're thinking about it all the time, whether it's a certain lifestyle that you want to live, whether it's a certain vacation you want to hit, whether it's a relationship you want to have, whether it's a new job, right? But if you constantly just attach yourself to that outcome, and it feels like even like as you continue to work hard in your job, as you continue to like do more hours in the gym, or like just work on yourself better, it feels like you're getting farther away from the outcome, even though you feel like you're doing the right things. It's because you're so worried about getting there, right? But what you really have to do is attach yourself strictly to the inputs. The inputs are the things that you can control, the quantifiable things that you can do every single day. Like a big emphasis for me over the next 30 days, right? I'm running a 30-day challenge with my clientele. And my biggest thing is, like, I tell my guys, like, you have to be intentional about what you do on a day-to-day basis, because you don't want to sleepwalk throughout your day. You don't want to like just freestyle. You want to put intentionality behind the action so you can actually get the outcome that you desire, right? And that's not to say like you attach yourself to the outcome, but it's to say that let me actually like not like when I'm in the gym, let me not just like throw around the weight, but like actually be intentional, like with me squeezing the muscle, right? And the same exact thing applies, like, whether you get in the car, you drive into the gym, right? Just be intentional. Like, I'm trying to get there at 4 p.m. I know there's gonna be traffic, so like, let me just plan ahead a little bit. Like, failing to plan ahead is planning to fail. That's something you have to understand clearly. And like, I didn't really have time constraints today when I was driving traffic. I know, like, side tangent again, but it was more of just like anxiety or stress, because I was doing grocery shopping, I was getting gas, getting food, et cetera, et cetera. But if you attach yourself solely to the inputs, I promise you, like, there's been no time in human existence when someone has committed themselves so consistently to something that they want by just doing the inputs every single day, and on a long enough time frame, they get that thing in their life. It's not like they are the sole thing that they're worried about is just getting that thing with every single action they take, but they're just worried about giving their full intensity, full effort with the reps they're doing right now. Like, I hit a run this morning. I haven't ran for a while. I want to do 2 marathons this year. I did 1 marathon last year. Haven't ran for a while. And I did a long run in Miami Beach for 6 miles. And I was so attached to like getting the outcome that I want, which was like just a fast time. Like I just wanted to complete it in under an hour, right? I finished at like a 9:30 pace, like 54 minutes, like kind of like underestimated myself from where I thought I was going to be at. But the point is that the first half of my run, I was so attached to just getting the run done. Like I was so fucking miserable. But like I was just so weird with like speeding up, like people around me were running harder, like I was comparing myself to them, right? This is such a perfect analogy, not just within running, like hear me out here. Such a perfect analogy, like, you know, trying to compare myself to others, like matching the pace of others when they're at level 10 and I'm just starting at level 1, right? And I start to get out of breath. I start to get like miserable. Like I was literally like my heart rate, if you know anything about running, like there's zones of running, right? Zone 5 is like you doing a full out fucking sprint and like your heart rate is just like just beating out your chest, which, you know, you obviously cannot maintain that for 6 miles. And I was at a zone 5, like halfway throughout my run. And like I was miserable. My legs were hurting, my back was hurting. I was just breathing hard as shit. Until I realized, like, why am I pushing myself so hard? Why am I just focused on the outcome? Because initially when I wanted to run, bro, the only thing that I desired to do was like, just go for a run, work out, train hard, in a really nice scenery. Like Miami Beach is such a beautiful place, except the tourist. I'm a local, so that's my input on that. But, you know, I just want to enjoy my time with every single step that I take, every single breath that I take, and just enjoy the scenery and just slow down my pace. So halfway throughout my run, like I was just like miserable, right? I just wanted to get over with until I had a switch midway through my run. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Slow down a little bit. I said, okay, I haven't ran for a while. Let me just slow down. I'm just getting the mileage done. I'm not competing for you know, a certain time, right? That's the thing about marathons. You cannot sprint a full marathon. You have to just slowly take yourself throughout it. And, you know, that halfway switch, I was just slowing down. I was focused on my breath. All of a sudden the music started bumping, like I was actually enjoying myself. Before that, I was just like, you know, the music was just playing just to play. Like when I switched to just breathing, just, you know, taking every single step intentional, that's when I was actually able to enjoy myself. I saw the palm trees, I saw like the birds flying, I saw the waves crashing on the beach. Like it was so much more enjoyable because I just attached myself to the input right then and there. I didn't care about the outcome. And all of a sudden I got a really cool outcome. Like I ran it in under an hour, a 9:30 pace, felt great, finished up a YouTube video in the morning. But this is how you not give a fuck, is attaching yourself solely to what you can control, because that is why you're so anxious and so stressed, is because you're worrying about the uncontrollables. You cannot control the outcome. You can control the inputs you give towards the outcome, but not the outcome. So I hope you took some value from this video. Again, I'm not just talking about running here, but hopefully you understand that. But yeah, thanks for watching.